In this video, we're going to analyze how to use what we call the leg press position. Now, it's been called the Juji Gatame position by a lot of people, which is a good name, but when you watch this video, you'll see you can do a lot more than just Juji Gatame from this situation. Here you can see an Uki Gatame. We can switch back to Juji Gatame. You can do triangle chokes. You can do all types of bent arm locks, pins. A lot of situations can come from this leg press position. So it's more than just a Juji Gatame position. It's controlling your opponent with the leg press.
Cover some basics here of Juji Gatame, and you can never stop working on your fundamentals, right? There you go. Okay. Look at the leg press. All right. Now, we roll them over. Let the head roll, hip roll. Somehow Derek got Mike down. Somehow he's got him. Basics, new guys, remember also, if you're on the bottom, you want your feet up, your knees in the mat, because Mike knows he's in trouble. You know, he's got a brain in his head, and he says, this isn't good for me. Okay, he'll probably turn in, bridge, whatever. He's going to try to escape immediately. So we're going to address that, actually. So he's ready, even in practice, always be in a position where you're ready to work, okay? That's very important, all right? Now, we're going to concern ourselves with what Derek needs to do to keep Mike from getting up and from doing things to get away. Because Derek, you know, like whether it's judo, sambo, submission grab, anything in the gi, the referee's only going to give him so much time, okay, whatever the sport is. So he's got to be pretty efficient. All right, so we're going to look at some things Derek needs to do to keep Mike here until he can maybe arm lock it, maybe switch into a pin or a choke, or you know, like a triangle or something, whatever it may be. So there we go. First of all, he's got a good leg press going. He's got control of shoulders here. See how Mike's shoulders are crunched like this? He's not square. You know, we always use the analogy of bench pressing. You know, if you can't bench press like this very well. You can like this. So he's got his crunched up there pretty good. So think again, basics, guys. Think of these things. Okay, now Derek is automatically trapping Mike's arm. Can you see how he's got his left arm trapped? He's got a nice little thigh grip here, or he might do another one. But he's got good, solid control here of Mike's arm. So he's trapped his arm. So his upper body, his shoulders here are controlled, okay? Now think of also, it's good, sound methodology. The Kodokan Judo has the method. You've heard of things like Shiho, you know, like four corners, like Yoko Shiho Gatame, you know, Tate Shiho, four corners. You want to control the four corners of his body. The two shoulders and the two hips, the four corners, okay? And that's kind of the methodology of that, just have the theory behind what we're doing here. Okay, so he's controlling pretty darn good here, up here. Got a good control here. I switch out because we're using it. Okay, so now, Mike's doing a heck of a time. Mike is turning, fighting, whatever it is. Derek knows he's got to check those hips. He's got to stop those hips from turning, okay? A couple things he can do, all right? First one, Steve, come on over here so you can see. Everybody come on over here so you can see Derek's hand on the hip check. He posted here. Now it looks crazy, but it works. This hand right here really does prevent the bottom man from turning in quite a bit. And so Mike wants to turn into shrimp to try to get out of the escape. And he may just keep working him. They may be real moving around. He may move him there. He has to keep him there to control him. Okay? So that's a good way to park him there. That's one way to park him there. Other ways are to simply just grab his pants or grab his hip. Grab some body part where he can't move, and you just keep working him, kind of work around a little bit, kind of semi-work, and Derek just stays on him. And eventually, Derek's thinking about, okay, eventually here, I got to start working this guy. So once he does, and Mike kind of settles down a little bit, or he parks him there, okay, as soon as he does, he switches and he starts going for the trap to get the lever of the arm and works the Juji, okay, to pop it free, get out of there. So what we got to do is we got to keep him there for maybe not very long, but long enough to control him to work the arm lock. And okay, switch like a Uki Gatame. So let's say he can't get the arm lock, okay? But he can shift up to a Uki Gatame to hold him there. And maybe Mike says, oh, I'm in trouble, and he may roll back to hit the Juji. Well, there you go, you got that. Okay, you've always got that. You got triangles from there. You know, you can start working, you know, so There you go. So you got to park them there for as long as you can do something to the guy. Stay active. That's what we're talking about. So there are a lot of ways to do this. A couple other things here. I'm missing here. Grabbing the legs. So he might grab one or both legs or an ankle, whatever it needs to be, just to keep him from moving. By doing this, it traps Mike's arm with legs, traps him, he doesn't have any base on him. There's these just general things to do that you will learn if you get this drill on this enough. Okay, that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to work on, and Derek will hold him there for 20, 30 seconds. You may not get that long in a real match or something, but for training, it's good to do. And then when you're done, say, okay, I'm going to go do something. Do a Juji Gatame, or a shift or something, and it'll be Mike's turn. Supposed to go a little bit. So Mike, you give bottom guy give about 25-50% resistance. Top guy, we want you to be successful. Okay? And after a while, just shift up. Okay, I got him here. Boom, I'll go to that. And then shift back and I'll finish it. Okay? It'll be Mike's turn. Then Mike can get there again with the same thing. Does that make a lot of sense, guys? Let's drill on that a bit. And we'll just, again, it's a good way to work on Juji to keep them there. You got to keep them parked there so you can do something with them. Okay? All right, let's do it.
Here's a series of still shots on things you can do, very specifics you can do on how to finish from the leg press. The most obvious is Juji Gatame. We've been talking about that before, and here it is again. And here's a Juji Gatame combined with a very powerful Sankaku Jime triangle choke. You can do many variations of triangle chokes from the leg press position, and here's one photo showing how it can be done. Again, there are many others. Here's another really strong leg choke you can do from the leg press position that Derek is doing on Mike here. It's an Ashi Jime, and again, there are a lot of variations of leg chokes from the leg press position. Again, a strong controlling position. And here we're jumping into Uki Gatame, the straddle hold. This is one variation of it. It's a strong controlling position. It's also a good transition thing if you want to switch into other stuff. Here's another variation of the Uki Gatame. And we're going to be seeing here this extends further. You can go from an Uki Gatame to some other stuff. So here we have Derek on Steve doing an Uki Gatame. And so he's holding him there. And if you see Steve is getting loose from that Uki Gatame pin, Derek will switch to another pin. And you'll see it coming up here momentarily. There it is, Tate Shiho Gatame. It's a very strong finish position from the leg press. So, you can really take this as far as you really want to go. And here we have a nice udigarami from the leg press position, the arm entanglement or bent arm lock that Eric is doing on Mike. You can see it's very, very strong bent arm lock in that situation. Here's another leg press into an arm slicer, a bicep slicer, udigarami situation that Derek is doing. And you can see here we have one position, and you'll be seeing another variation of this coming up too. So there's so many things you can do. Here you go, another leg press position to an udigarami. So there are a lot of things you can do from the leg press position. It's not just for Juji Gatame. It is a strong controlling position. So to finish out this video, we're going to show you how the guys can drill on this in actively practicing your leg press position. So Derek and Eric are working starting from the leg press position, and they're switching to different things. In this case, Derek has switched over to an Uki Gatame, a straddle hold for time, and here he's starting it again. He's starting to see the starting position with a leg press. He shifts up to an Uki Gatame, and he shifts back to a Juji, tried and true combination that works so well. And here Eric is drilling, and he's starting with that strong leg press position, and he's riding, and there he has his own version of Uki Gatame, and he's holding there. He's kind of working with getting a little feedback from his partner, and he's eventually going to switch back, and you'll see what he does here. He switches back to the Juji Gatame. I mean, you can do a lot of things from here. Bent arm locks, udigarami from here, all kinds of things. Here's a leg press to Uki Gatame, and go to a Juji. It doesn't work, and then you strangle him with a Sankaku Jime. So this is how you can drill on it. By the way, read Judo Advantage. It's a great book. I hope you support us by buying that book. Thanks so much for watching.